This episode of the Brilliance Plus Passion podcast is brought to you by the Podcast Reach System. Are you ready to exponentially reach more profitable customers? Launching and hosting your own show is your proven best solution for networking, client attraction, and establishing your celebrity expert brand. Visit www.podcastreachsystem.com and claim your rightful place as the leading star of your industry so you make a difference for your community, market, and audience. Welcome to the Brilliance Plus Passion podcast. Join us as we celebrate entrepreneurs, business creators, and brilliant minds who reveal what they are doing to make the world a better place by being part of it. Be sure to visit our website at www.brilliancepluspassion.com. While you're there, subscribe to us via your favorite network. Now sit back, lean in, tune in, get your notepad and 2 pens ready, and let's get started.
My name is Adam Homey. I'm your host, and I am honored by your wise decision to tune in and invest in yourself today. Right now, we are speaking with Margie Dunki-Jacobs, who is known as the something or other here. Give me 1 second. This is one of the beauties of using technology to manage what you're doing in terms of whether you're hosting a podcast or whatever it is. It's also what we cover in our Reach system, is the ability to use your systems to have stuff at your fingertips, even when you forget to click on it in advance. So Margie is known as the CEO funding expert. Very, very, very hot topic right now. And just to tell you a little bit about her, as a CEO funding expert, Margie is part of a company that helps business coaches, entrepreneurs, and small business owners get the funding they need at 0% financing with no collateral and no hit on your credit score. This is a very, very hot topic, especially these days. Build the business of your dreams with the breathing room you need to launch or scale by obtaining the funding. And how many of us would love to get the funding, except we're stuck in some rabbit hole where the same people who offer us the way out tell us that we don't qualify. And maybe Margie's going to share something with us that'll get us past that. I'm really looking forward to find out. So Margie Dunki-Jacobs, welcome aboard.
Thank you, Adam. It's such an honor to be here. Thank you.
I think I already started your answer to this question, but I'm going to ask it anyway because I have a feeling there may be more. How does the work you do make the world a better place for your clients, customers, and the world at large, other than the fact that they get money?
Well, that's the cool part, because when you have it available to you, you're going to dream bigger. So I help people gain that confidence that they need to break through all those limiting beliefs. And they have an idea, they have a passion, they want to do something. They say, how am I going to do this? It's going to take a lot of money. You don't need to have that be a stopper. You can let the funding be part of your toolbox, part of your plan. So that's what I do. I help people, let them dream big and help them get the funding to monetize and get profitable.
Right. So we understand it's about getting the funding they need with the 0% financing, the issue of collateral, so secured versus unsecured. That's great.
Yeah.
The hits on your credit score not happening. That's awesome. So normally what I ask is, so what do you do? But we've already done a pretty good job defining that. So tell us a little bit more about the modality of it and how somebody works with you.
Sure. Well, we one thing for people to know is that we have a large market out there. It's not just a few people that we get lenders. Mm-hmm. It's a large market. We have 2 Club awards. What that means is
yes,
that's a big deal in the business marketplace. So we're well established. We're getting people. And so we're just sharing links. It's very easy. It's a simple application that people fill out, and they can just get it reviewed from there.
Right. So that's great. In your experience, what are 3 of the most frequently asked questions that people have when you speak with them about what you do, whether they're prospects, whether they're people you see down at the club or what have you? What are some of the most frequently asked questions you get?
Sure. They always ask, is this going to hurt my credit? No, it's not going to hurt your credit. And they ask,
Okay.
how long is that 0% financing for? Well, it can be 18 to 20 months. We really work with you so that you have a period of time to get your business off the ground. And your question might be, what if I don't get approved? Well, first, you just fill out a simple little form that says whether or not you will get approved. And if you don't, we plug you right into a program that doesn't cost you anything, that lets you build your credit. So it's a win-win-win.
Oh, awesome. Awesome. That's great. So thank you for sharing. Now, I want to flip this a little bit.
Okay.
Tell me 3 questions you wish people would ask.
Gosh, I love that you asked that question. So one of the things I wish that people would just say to me is, will you help me? Yes, I will. Will you help me do this? Yes, I will. I wish people would ask me because they feel like they don't want to ask questions. They don't want to look stupid, but it's yes, will you help me? And I wish people would say, how does it work? Because it's such a simple process that I share with them. I want people to really ask that question. We do something very different than others. We educate people. We have the education piece in there, and we don't charge for that because people need to know. And then the last thing I wish that other people would ask me is, what are the next steps? So I can just show them step by step exactly what they need to do.
Oh, that would be fantastic. And I know at the end, we're going to actually give people a little boost on getting some of those answers. So guys, just hang out with us till the end. There's something coming here. Now, what I want to do is shift gears for a minute. And this is the part that's really fun about Brilliance Plus Passion is let's learn a few things about you so that our audience can understand you better and get to know you here in advance. So first of all, what would people who know you be surprised to learn about you?
Well, people know me, but they don't know everything about me because I was always such a safe person. I did everything safe in life, got the college degree, got the jobs, and did everything safe until I decided to flip an old house, 1825 house, and buy it and just fix it all up. And that was very, very fun. And so I think people would be surprised to learn the process that I had to go through and the growth that it takes you through as a person to manage all that.
I'm getting all excited about the idea of a house built in 1825. When I was little, I remember visiting Grandma Homie's house. It was one of those turn of the century neo-Victorians. It was slightly butchered. Like for some reason, my grandpap filled in one of the fireplaces for reasons I'll never understand. And for another reason, he took out that little staircase that went behind the closet door from the kitchen, went up to the landing of the second story. You know, the one where the servants could go up and access the upper floors without going into living space. If I had that house now, I would put all that stuff back. Now, I'm aware that that house had pretty much been run into oblivion, and then some flippers picked it up, and they flipped it, basically. So they modernized it. They put in electrical systems that actually grounded so that you could have internet in the darn thing. Replaced the ancient, what is it, the furnace, what have you. But I'm not sure if they ever put that little secret passageway back. Because I remember going in that house and like, I know, as a kid, I know there are secret passageways here somewhere that they're just not telling us about.
Hey, can I tag on that with a quick little story?
Yes. Real quickly. We still have a few things to cover. But yeah, I love
we
this.
went in to figure out how the island, because I didn't want to update it. And these guys were carrying a huge desk off of a truck, and it broke. And I said, how much you want for that desktop? And they said, you can have it for $40. And that's the island that sits in that house today. And it's beautiful.
Oh, nice. So what do you hope people say about you when you're not around to hear it?
Well, I hope that people say that I'm somebody that's trustworthy and that they can rely on, that they know that I'm in their corner, that I'm going to be there for life, and that I'm really here to really help people move to that next level in their life.
Yeah. If you could go back in time and change one thing you've done, one thing that's happened, what would it be and why?
I would totally jump on the fast track of life. I would learn about this entrepreneurial life. I would cut a check for speed. I would hire my coach, and I would do it faster than just moseying along, trying to figure it out on my own.
Yeah. Well, I think a lot of us have had that experience, and it comes down to two things. We don't know what we don't know, and we don't know what we're supposed to be asking.
Yeah.
In 2004, when my original business was a side hustle, and I was in that, I have a job, and I also have this business. How am I going to make the jump, or what have you? One of my clients for the side hustle offered to give me $3,000, not a loan, not for services to be named later. Just give me $3,000. The condition is that I had to show him that I quit my job. As soon as I could prove to him I quit my job, he'd send me the money right then. I didn't have the belief system to take him up on that. If I even knew at that time that there were questions I should be asking, I would have known that was like God reaching down and taking me by the hand and saying, "This is your ship. It's right there in the harbor now. Go for it."
That's awesome.
So I think it's a matter of there's a lot of things that are going on. It's how we're educated, how we're programmed, and that again, we don't know, and sometimes we don't even know that there are questions we're supposed to ask. Part of my goal in life is to help people understand the questions they're supposed to ask. Just as part of what you do with your work in helping businesses secure funding is to help them see that there are ways of getting money without having to deal with traditional banks that are, in many cases, they've already declined your application even before you filled it out. But whoever's processing the application gets a bonus for how many applications they get filled out. So they put you through it anyway, even though you have no hope of getting a loan. And then there's also the short-term high interest and I looked into those too, where I'd get $2,000, and then 30 days when I pay it off, I'd owe them $3,000. I'm not putting that down either, because that has a rule too.
Sure.
And I know somebody who used that, and it was just a shot in the arm they needed to get moving. But there's this other thing that you're offering to folks that is the answer to a lot of people's questions. And up until 10 minutes ago, I honestly did not believe it really existed. So we may have to have a follow-up conversation.
Sure.
But let's get through the rest of this. What famous person, alive or dead, would you like to meet? And if so, what questions would you have for them?
I have to say Jim Rohn.
Okay.
Jim Rohn. He was just, I've read everything by Jim Rohn, and you've got your Brian Tracy's out there and all your John Maxwell's, but I would love to meet Jim Rohn and ask him, what is the most important investment that you've ever made? Because I kind of think I know the answer, but I would love to ask him that question.
Exactly. I think that's great. What motivates and inspires you to keep going when you're having a tough time or facing a challenge?
Very easy. You put your vision in front of you. That's your vision. That's your GPS. You never let go of that. You're going to do this until, if you insert the word until in your life, you're going to do it until every obstacle becomes just an obstacle that you're going to get over. Words
matter, and sometimes just one word. In neurolinguistic programming, they call those presuppositions, or is one way, and that's how you influence narratives. And you can influence your own narratives with the use of adjectives and adverbs and verbs, so that it creates the action, it creates the motion, it creates the mind frame that you're looking into as you pursue your goals. And so when something comes at you from the side, you can just say, okay, well, how do I move this over, and keep on moving. Yeah. So finally, I know you have a special gift for our listeners, and we'll get to that in a second. But in general, what is one action that you would want our listeners to take right now as soon as they finish consuming what we have to share today?
Don't wait another day. Your life is happening right now. Get the funding you need, build the business that you want, let somebody support you and be on your team with that, and do it, because the passion that you have for your business is going to contribute back to the world. So don't wait. Don't wait another day. Don't let anything hold you back.
Okay, so that is fantastic. Let me add one thing, and I shared this so many times. I don't know if you believe in reincarnation. Some people do, some people don't. I actually do. I have an idea of what I was in my past life, and I don't like to think about it. But anyway, here's what I say. If you believe in reincarnation, you believe that you had a past life, and you also believe you have a future life. but you don't know what you were in your past life, and you don't know what you're going to be next, which means you only get to do this one once.
Exactly.
Yeah. So thank you so much for joining us today. And before you go, I know you had a little something for our listeners, and we teased it a few moments ago. As I think folks tuning in today can see, Margie is a very energetic, very open, very helping person. And her invitation is to go to her website, which is talkwithmargie.com. Real simple to remember, talkwithmargie.com. And when you get there, you're going to see a gift she has for you. It's called How to Get the Funding You Need at 0% Financing to Build the Business of Your Dreams and the Coaching and Education to Explode Your Business. I'm going to have to check that out myself. I'm really intrigued, and I have some time to expand my mind, so I think I'm going to go pick that out myself. Once again, it's talkwithmargie.com. So with that, Margie Dunki-Jacobs, thank you so much for being with us today. It's been an honor, and believe me, an education.
Thank you, Adam. I appreciate being here and appreciate this so much. Thank you. Have a good day.
Thank you for tuning into the Brilliance Plus Passion podcast, where we celebrate entrepreneurs, business creators, and brilliant minds who are making a difference for their community, market, and audience. Remember to visit our website at www.brilliancepluspassion.com and enjoy even more great episodes like this one. Again, while you're here, subscribe to us via your favorite network. We look forward to seeing you next time on the Brilliance Plus Passion podcast.